With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 18 Gator. Protein spill.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Yep.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
It's our time. This is our time, guys. It's our time.
Snap.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now, it's Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here we go. 180.
57. Come on. I got you, punk.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone could have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 8 read.
Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check it back.
Kamara.
Go. Just run. They're running.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Garoppolo throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Garoppolo, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On second down, Kamara. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is fielded at the 27. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw to Disley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Again, it's Kamara. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Garoppolo now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Robert Woods, an even 90 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Nice kick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd
Down.
and
60 Pittsburgh.
56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
2nd and 4. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Robert Woods. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why deep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Right there, 56.
I got wide.
Speed dribble.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Check 56. Watch the pass.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Motion. Reset.
Now back to throw. And he's got Lockett. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Garoppolo again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Niners on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it. And now Garoppolo lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
13.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Get him.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
The Niners
Good work, boys. Let's go.
at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mike's 56.
Double dog. That's the way.
Snap.
On third down, Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 49.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second
Down.
11.
18 Gator.
50-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Get it.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings.